Hello, this is Lisa and Imagination Sisterhood Studio, and I've got a real quickie project for you and some free papers. I'm not usually designing papers, but I offered to do a project for someone, and so I created the papers. So there's a downloadable link. You will get these 2 sheets of paper, and we are going to make a folded little pocket tuck thing with a belly band. I timed it. It took me 7 minutes to cut out all the pieces, and I was very fussy in my fussy cutting. So if you want to cut a bigger circle around things, it would take less than 7 minutes to cut it all out. So here's all my parts. And what I really want to know is, do you find this project easy or hard? So the stripe piece, you're going to cut it out. So I've got it all cut out. I did take the time to ink, and that was not included in my 7 minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do is fold it in half and fold it in half again. So that's right there. That's pretty easy. Nothing complicated there. And the next thing we're going to do, we want this to be tag shaped. So the next thing we're going to do is cut out these little white, in this case, it's a diamond, and in the ends, it's a triangle. So we're just going to cut those out. I'm going to fold it in half and in half, so it's all even and the same. And I'm just going to cut that off. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just cut it off. All right, so now it looks like you have two tags stuck together. Nice little, there we go. All right, so when you open it up, it looks like that. You have one line on one side that's solid. That's a fold line. You have another line that is a dotted line that has a scissor next to it. So you're going to cut the dotted line with the scissor next to it. All right. And then from there, we are going to fold it over and fold it over. And I'm going to fold it again the other way because I want the pretty sides out. So we're going to fold it this way. So just refold it. So now you've got all the pretty sides out. Okay? All right. The next thing we are going to do is make it pretty. So I have some pockets. So we're going to attach a pot. You can attach your pockets anywhere you want. I'm going to attach mine right here. Oh, I need a little ink here. Since I cut that off, it needs a little ink. Alrighty, and I'm just going to glue my pockets on. So that's pretty easy. It will look prettier if you ink it first. I inked in purple. You can ink in any color you want. And I'm going to flip it over. And I can put one on the outside. I think I'm going to put one on the inside. You can put it wherever you want. I'm going to put mine on the inside. You can put it on the back. You can find another piece of paper that goes with this and put more pockets on it. This is just to get you started. So there's our pockets. Let's go back to the one we already did. We have 2 little tickets, taggy things. You can put something pretty on there. I only cut the big ones out, so these are not going to fit. I cut big ones. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a big one right on there. Ha, 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 ha. I'm just going to cut it off, and that way it'll be half on, half off. It'll be cool. So I'm just going to put it right on there, kind of hanging off. And then I'll trim it off on the back. You can decorate these however you want. You can put your flowers. There's flowers. I think there's a nice butterfly in there. Let me re-ink this. All right, so that one's pretty. We need to punch a hole. I didn't want to use a big hole punch because the ticket's kind of small, so I'm going to use a small hole punch. And I can't see the hole because it's dark where I'm working here. There we go. Got a ticket. Put that ticket in there. Open it up. Let's put the other ticket in here. Do we want something on here? Kind of loving that. So we're going to put the big butterfly on here. And again, we'll have to trim it off because it's a little too big. You might not want it on there because you want the whole butterfly, and then you can stick it on one of these pages instead. So there's no rules here. Can't do it wrong. I am just going to stick it on here because I like it there. I am going to cut off the bottom so that it fits. All right. The next thing we are going to do, oh, we've got the other tag, punch the hole. You can see how simple this project is. It's really easy. The hardest part is finding the hole. Where is, there it is. All right. You can do all kinds of things. You can put pretty threads in there. You can put reinforcement circles on there. You can put more tags in there. All right. And then let's do a little something on these pages that are empty. We have lots of other pretty things. So I'm going to stick this on one. This is definitely a 1, 2, 3 easy project. And we have one last side here. And I have this and this. I'm going to use all of the big things I'm going to use. But there are smaller ones. We have a couple small, there's a couple small flowers and a small butterfly. I just chose to use all the big ones. We'll glue that on. You could put some pretty phrases on here like bloom or grow or spring is here. This could even be an Easter thing, so it could be Happy Easter. Whatever your little heart desires, that's what you could put on here. All right. There we go. And I really want more of that leaf to show. So once again, I'm going to be trimming off my edges. I can't imagine this has taken any more than 7 minutes or so. All right. And now I got to decide which side I want out because they're all so pretty. The last thing we're going to do is make a belly band. So this is already set for you. And you're going to wrap it around so that the flower is in the center. And just fold it over and fold it over. Don't fold it over too tight because then the tag thing won't slip out. When you want it to be kind of slippery, you want it to slide out. So if you do it really tight, then it won't slide. You won't be able to get it off. So just a nice loose fold. And I want to see which side I want this on because I'm not, do I want to see the pretty print? I might want to see this pre-print with it, I think. Yes, I like that. All right, so we're going to leave it on that side. The last thing we need to do, and I'm noticing we need to watch out for the tag, so you might need to take the tag out before you do this. So let me take the tags out so we don't chop those. We don't want to do that. Oh gosh, got to take the belly band back off. Take the tag out. Fold it over again and punch the hole right in the center so that it looks like a tag. You can't tie a ribbon to the, well, you can, but you can't knot it because if you knot the ribbon, then it won't open. All right. So I'm still trying to decide which side I like. Try this side this time. Yeah, that's pretty. All right, put the tag back in. I'm not going to bother putting the one inside. And that is the whole daggone project in probably 10 minutes. Please comment if you thought this was easy or hard. I need this feedback for another project, I'm giving this project to somebody, and I need to know that if it's easy or hard for you. Thanks so much for joining me. This is Lisa and Imagination Sisterhood and Studio, and I hope you enjoyed making this 1, 2, 3 easy project with me.